All right, well, let's do this. We in.
It's
your boy Zoe.
Jizzle. Jiggaboo.
They said don't give up on your dreams, so I went back to sleep.
And we are Hate Debaters, giving different perspectives of life that many might not think about in order to encourage growth and promote culture.
For sure.
So we here. That's what we doing. First order of business. Anybody want to clear the air?
My words are my words.
Buckok.
We Gucci.
Yeah.
I want to stop calling bitches, but it's hard. So y'all please
challenge yourself on that.
Bear with me then.
Challenge yourself.
You challenge him.
That's what I just did.
I already been challenging him. You more graceful with your challenges.
My challenge.
You hold him accountable.
Do you accept the challenge?
I don't think it's gonna matter. It's just,
Like every time you say bitches,
So
you
when
put $1 in the jar.
nigga, hell no.
$5 in the jar.
I'm not
So when
shaking
you
on
call a
none of
woman
that.
a bitch,
You don't really want the challenge.
Is that a form of endearment?
I don't even know what endearment mean.
Me neither.
All right.
That's what's up. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right,
so tell me what it mean though.
Let's keep going.
Y'all just laughed at me and shit.
We'll get to the accountability session after the podcast. Inspirational spotlight. Does anybody have anybody that they want to shout out?
Nah. I got somebody next week. I ain't trying to shout them out on men's tens. No.
All right, well, that's a bet. I'm going to shout out my man Josh on Man's Tens.
Okay.
The couple. They a power couple. Josh and Danny Jenkins. I'm going to shout him out. So this dude, Josh, real good dude. Real good dude. Real genuine guy, man. Real transparent with people also. And so I'm giving him a shout out for two reasons. One, last year he started the bike club that I'm a part of. So he's like the president of the bike club, Josh Jenkins. And he, man, always texting, calling, checking up on people, making sure everybody's all right, man. He got a real pastoral spirit, man, and he's real genuine, just really want to make sure everybody cool and everybody's fine. And two, recently he started a trucking business. So he got a couple of 18-wheelers, and he ain't just talking. I respect that. He said what he was going to do, and he did it. And him and his wife, they full-fledged in it, man. I'm proud to see that. And so he
That's a
started
big move,
his own.
too. That's a big move.
Damn, I wasn't even thinking about this when I said I was going to use him as an inspirational spotlight. And he's also a movie producer. Him and his brother produced the movie, what's the joint? Sinners Wanted. I don't know if y'all seen that or heard of it. That joint,
never heard of
they
it.
had part in the KD joint, It's in the Water. Well, it wasn't.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
That joint.
I still ain't see that actually. I need
I gotta check it out.
Yeah. So
I meant to watch it.
So are they
I see
life.
independent
I need to
films?
watch
yeah, they independent.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
so
what's up. Shout out to you, man.
Definitely,
keep
man.
pushing.
So I don't know anybody that produce movies. I do know somebody who owns 18-wheelers, but that's just because he's an executor, man. He's a genuine dude and he's an executor. So I'm gonna give him his kudos, give him his flowers while he's here.
Yeah,
Big ups to you, brother.
Much
for
love,
sure,
Josh.
for sure. We
Pressure,
need more like
love,
you,
love.
Man. All right, theses. Let's get to this. Unless somebody else has something they wanted to say before we go in.
No, we can
Let's
dig
go.
in.
Let's get to it then. What's the theses, baby? Who gonna start? I start. I say
to say,
mine
it don't
first.
matter.
What a penny at? Just make sure we got it. All right, I say mine first. My thesis is, excuse me, if your woman doesn't give you the respect you feel she should give you, you're not the man you thought you were.
So mine's is simple.
Damn.
We went over this a couple times, but men are more emotional than women.
Okay.
What? Oh, all right.
You
Go ahead.
got your chance to agree or
I know,
disagree.
I know.
Calm
My bad.
down,
No.
son.
I
I
wanted
might
I wanted to be
change
like
my
that.
thesis now.
I wanted to be like that.
Okay.
Double standards need to be completely erased.
Eradicated.
All right. Last week I said something about instead of impression, we need to use expression. So I feel like men should date with intention instead of expectation.
That's a good one.
All right, so y'all know what it is. It's episode 20, so it's our Man's 10. That's why you hear all these men topics. And so I'm gonna start us off. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
My thesis again was, if your woman doesn't give you the respect you feel she should give you, then you're not the man you thought you were. I'm gonna go with heads. Tails. I lost.
Hold on,
Alright.
before we start, I ain't know we was spinning on this thing.
I thought that was different too.
Nah, we always spin.
You all
Yeah.
spent on that time?
I mean, we did one men's tens, but yeah, we
We
spun.
spun on it.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
alright,
Say less.
cool,
Say
cool.
less.
I mean, if y'all don't want to, we could do. We ain't got to spin.
I mean, since you
Saying that
lost,
'cause you
let's,
lost.
let's go ahead and spin, buddy.
Nah,
Nah.
my guy. I'm prepared.
Oh, it's cool. It's
course
cool.
you are.
Nah,
Either
I'm
way,
prepared.
it wins for me too.
Oh,
I'm not worried. I'm
You
not
was saying
worried
for
about
y'all shit, but you know,
Yeah, I was trying to help y'all out.
I can't lose.
I didn't know.
I'm prepared.
it. What is losing?
He said, "You can shoot me, but you can't kill me."
All right. So who agree first and disagree?
Say yours one more time.
If your woman doesn't give you the respect you feel you deserve, then you're not the man you thought you were.
I disagree.
I disagree.
If you're a
but I
woman,
bet you,
I
you
agree.
fucking do that thing again.
I don't
that
care.
little shit.
I don't give a fuck.
He do that
Come
little.
on.
See, he say that and then say something in the
I
joke
lost.
that'll change it.
So I lost. So
All right,
y'all
cool.
get
I
to go
disagree.
before
Yeah,
I
yeah,
even.
yeah.
I agree.
All right. Bet. So I lost. I said heads. It ended up on tails. And I say if she don't give you the respect that you feel you deserve, it might not even have anything to do with you. I say she just might be a disrespectful person. You know, some women and this might not be intentional towards men, but some women just have trauma. Like when you grow up in homes, single parent, single mother, and you might have seen men dog your mother, or you might have just seen your mother be that dominant type of person, or try to feed you all of the independent women thing. You don't need a man to survive. You could get it on your own. You don't need a man to be successful. This and that. Women can just unconsciously pick up a disrespectful tone towards men, and I've seen it. I've been in a relationship with a woman that father wasn't effective in her life. Child's father wasn't the man he needed to be and everything. And so when I came along, she already had a tone towards me that just wasn't demanding of the respect that I wanted.
Was that towards you or towards every man?
I can't say it was towards every man. I was the one dealing with her.
Mm.
I mean, now I can, but I'm not going to speak on
Yeah.
relationships after me. But yeah, what y'all feel? How y'all feel?
Why you agree, Jizzle?
I would say because if your woman don't respect you or don't show respect in a relationship, I think, or don't show you that type of, what's that word you use, respect? Or did you say something else?
I say respect.
Respect. Well, if she don't respect you, then that just shows you right then that you ain't doing something right, in my picture. Or she don't see you in a way that you think she sees you.
But
Does
that ain't
mean
that ain't my
you
fault.
Not the man.
I mean, I think it is your fault.
Think you are.
That's her fault.
No, I don't think it's her fault. I
All
think
right, so the reason I disagree is because I can't control what she feels is respectable. Meaning, every woman don't respect the same things.
But where I was gonna go with it was this, right?
So
I was gonna say,
you saying the idea of respect isn't mutual.
Yes.
Like our beliefs are respected. All right.
Yes.
oh, beliefs.
Meaning, like, some women respect a man who out here doing wild shit on a whim because she want him to. They like, oh, you ain't gonna do that? Oh, you this, you that. Oh, you ain't gonna give me no money when I need. Like, that shit not smart.
Right.
She don't respect you now because you not doing what she feels she wants or whatever the fuck. I don't think it's hard to explain exactly what I mean, but I'm trying to like trying to figure out a word for that. But
Her perspective of me does not define me as a man.
yeah.
So
it's
if-
all about her beliefs.
Yeah, so if I'm a book nerd and she don't respect that, then that's on her.
Yeah,
Hold
for
up, say
sure.
that again.
But
I want to address that. You said her perspective of you does not define you as a man.
Yeah.
All right.
But like for me, for example, like I would set the tone. If she don't respect it, she don't respect it. He said your girl, right? So like you guys are in a relationship. Not some woman you just meet on the street and y'all just like don't see eye to eye. It's like you guys are in a relationship and she doesn't respect you.
And she ain't gonna be my
Exactly.
girl.
So like in my eyes, before the relationship, I'm setting a tone where like if she doesn't like this, there's no fucking relationship. There's no disrespect in a relationship
Yeah,
at
the
all.
relationship is not gonna be there anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weaker or
No, it's no.
end.
It's gonna
But
end.
my point
that's
is-
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna put it like this.
And vice versa.
In the beginning, she liked you. You were in toxic form, meaning you was always out. You was doing fucked up shit. You was getting money, right? You decide to change. You want to grow. You want to get out of that, right? You might take a slight pay cut because you was in some other shit, right? You go on to something new. You trying to grow out of those habits that are fucked up and become a better man
And she don't
and
respect
stand
that.
on some different kind of morals. She wants you to be a certain way because of how you were. She doesn't want you to actually be better. She wants you to be what she wants you to be to benefit her and the aspects of what she desires in that time.
But
that doesn't change whether you are who you are.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just all about her mindset.
But in that sense, that's
And I've actually heard a story
relationship.
something like
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like
I don't
Ghost.
pretty much.
That's what I thought he was describing.
Me too, actually.
Nigga still ain't, young.
Stole that from TV show.
Nah.
Nah, I'm
You know
messing
what
with
I'm
you.
talking about.
Nah, I'm messing with you. But nah, some people do have it. It's not just women. Some people are just bound by the effects of their trauma. So if you had, say, not to bring race into this or anything, but this is what it is. Many black people feel a certain way about whites just because of the emotional and mental trauma that we have that derive from slavery. It does not mean that all white people are bad, but I know several people who just do not fuck with white people, and they feel, and you have a whole group of people that believe blue eyes and blonde hair is the devil.
Caucasus Mountains and all that shit.
Yeah, but the same to say, like,
Caucasus
so
Mountains.
just it can work the same with women. When you grow up and you just might have been traumatized by men or seen things that traumatized you, seen relationships fail, seen women get beat on, seen women get cheated and everything, it'll form a form of disrespect for you. And some of them just may not be broken from that. Might not have been healed from that trauma so that they can respect a man.
I believe that also though.
Okay. Trauma does affect everybody. I would see that. I can see that.
You
But
said
I can't-
does?
Would. Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't. Yeah.
But I still can't see how it is that you are not the man you thought you were. Now, you might not be the man you thought you were in her eyes, but you still the man you think you are. If you know what I'm saying, if you practice and, you know what I'm saying, stand on certain things on a regular basis, you know yourself. You know where you lack. So knowing, you know what I'm saying, the man you think you are, it's nothing to do with, you know, somebody else's thought of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's self perspective. That comes from within. Whatever she got to say about me, unless I'm doing this shit, if I'm abusing her, then
And I know
She
I'm
might
doing
not
it.
be saying anything about you. She just may not
respect.
respect you the way you feel like you should be respected.
Like, you think you should be a king in your house.
And she
When you
like,
come
"Son,
in the house, I want my dinner on the plate. But she like, boy, you don't do
It ain't
what
even
you-
got to be that harsh. Like,
No, I'm just
but-
saying, like,
yeah.
yeah, that's like a neutral
Oh, that's respect.
example.
No, that's
I mean,
like
that's
dominance.
no, in your eyes. She said, in
Dinner.
your eyes.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what you think that you
I
should
think
deserve.
I deserve some
But in her eyes, she
Salisbury
like,
steak in this bitch.
she like, I don't think.
You don't get no Salisbury steak.
Yeah, what you
Make some
what you
ramen
talking
in
about?
this
Well, maybe
bitch
she
and get
don't
on
know
my
how to
plate.
show respect then.
That's what
That's what I said.
he
at
was
first.
saying.
Maybe she don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So how do you fix that? Yeah, how do you fix that though?
All right. Before I go into this, you saying how do you fix that? Like,
Yeah,
how to make her
Connect-
respect you?
like I said, how to make her respect you, but how do you?
If she doesn't know what respect is, it ain't nothing you can do to fix that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something you could do. You could change your whole
You can leave her.
outlook on life to
What, and submit to her?
yeah.
Oh nah, I don't like that. I
I'm
don't like
just
that.
saying.
Some men do that.
I'm just saying
You know,
that's
I'm not knocking them. It's not my stilo. It's not something I would do.
My stilo.
You know, it ain't my MO to submit to a woman and, you know, bow to her because she can't respect me. But you know, I don't know any men who would do that, but I'm pretty sure there are instances. So I'm not going to say no, man. But I'll go back to my original where I said, if your woman doesn't give you the respect you feel you deserve, you're not the man you say you are. So one, and I want to hit on what you said also.
Who?
But Deuce, I'm gonna hit that one first. You said her perspective of me doesn't define me as a man, right? So this is your woman, right?
yeah.
I believe it does because you made that choice.
What, to be with her?
Yes.
But clearly a lot of women in this world do 180s.
Okay.
So they can just show you Mary Poppins and then turn into the devil.
And you can leave.
Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do.
All right,
Yeah, that's
so
that's what I said.
I don't know too many women that go from Mary Poppins to the devil, unless you like met her today and y'all became boyfriend girlfriend because you thought she was Mary Poppins. But it's not often that people just 180 just off the bucks for no reason.
Shit.
Not for no
You saying
reason.
they show
I don't
signs
know.
and symptoms
It's
before
not
the full.
something is always there. If if you jump into something too early, that's your fault also.
Yeah.
But you're not the man you think you are because you didn't demand that.
Man,
Right? And
standards.
so you're saying some women might not know what respect is, or they might not. And I'm using myself. So with my ex, right, the one that I said, she's basically been dominant over men probably all her life. I don't know, but from what I've seen, it was situations where she was here and the men in her life were here. So she was doing better than them. She was taking
Yeah.
care of business and all that, and they wasn't.
So
And
she never
then-
seen the example.
Yeah, she wasn't raised up with it. Now, what I'm saying is, I wasn't the man I thought I was. I put myself out there and I'll say that.
Okay.
I wasn't the man I thought I was because, I'll say this, I didn't get the respect that I thought I should get from her. She respected me to a certain level, but I didn't get the respect that I thought I should get from her because there was a level of immaturity in me also that allowed me to even deal with that type of woman. And so because I joined with her, because I made the choice to be with her, everything that came from that, because I could have said, I could have waited longer, and I could have said, I don't think I'm a deal in this. I don't think this is what I want to deal with. But in my immaturity, I didn't even know what all that I needed to be looking for. And remember last episode I said make them mad early, so you can see
for real.
what it is that you can tolerate. I didn't have that. I didn't have that mentality. I had the, I could deal with anything.
Okay.
I could. It's all up here. I could deal with anything. I could look past anything. I could fix anything. Nah, it takes maturity to understand that whatever trauma that your woman is dealing with, she has to, one, she has to acknowledge it. Two, she has to want to deal with that thing. It's nothing I could do about it. And you have to be mature enough. You have to be able to recognize those things in a woman and know, is this something that I want to fight through with her? Because the effects of this is I may be experiencing a whole lot of disrespect. I may be the one that she lashes out on.
Most times.
Most times. The people closest to you are the ones who's going to feel the wrath.
They gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closer to the fire.
Yeah. And so you might think you can. And then once it happens, you realize, nah, I can't deal with this shit. You ain't the man you thought you was. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Feel you.
Does that make any sense?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
I mean, you taking accountability for yourself. I got you. But like
you have to.
at the end of the day,
Especially if we're going to assume leadership in a
yeah,
relationship.
for sure, you taking responsibility for yourself. But that's only one part of the party.
You have to.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not absolving her
Yeah.
of her responsibility of what the things that she does, but what I'm saying is you got to understand who are you in all of this.
To accept it in the beginning when you see the signs.
Yeah, that's why I literally said
To be wise enough to look for them. and
wise
pay
enough to look
attention.
for, but set the tone. Like you have to set disrespect, for example, like or like what's a small thing that's like a pet peeve that I can't even think of it off the top of my head, but like
Don't cut me off.
yeah, like something like that. Like you set a tone, and you tell her exactly what you don't like. You like, listen, if she might have did it before. You like, listen, we didn't have this conversation, so I'm not gonna hold it against you. But I do not like when you cut me off. Do not cut me off. And she might say the same thing to you. You have to respect what she said, or the relationship's not gonna work. In my opinion, like I know a relationship with me wouldn't work because like if I say that and you keep doing it, that's like you not even considering what I said. You don't care about what I said. Quote
Nah,
unquote,
definitely.
don't respect me.
So that is something. It's two things that irritate me the most, and I mentioned one of them last episode also. It's two things that irritate me the most. It's that, like, if we're having a conversation or it's an argument, argument doesn't mean you have to be yelling back and forth, right? But if we have a disagreement about something or we in our feelings about something and we having a conversation, don't cut me off mid-sentence and everything to get your point across, especially when you don't even know what I'm about to say. Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
for
even if
sure.
you think you know what I'm about to say, don't cut me off.
Yeah.
Let me express what I'm saying, and I can do the same for you because it doesn't. Once that happens, you done open the gate that's gonna, and I'm gonna take responsibility for my own actions. But you do open a gate for you to allow yourself to get cut off also. Yeah. And now it's no reasonable resolve that's going to come from this. Right. The second thing I hate is if I do come to you with truth, if you tell me to tell you the truth, if you want to have this real conversation, don't get defensive.
Hold it against you.
Because it seems like in relationships, women don't understand that I'm not against you. Like, I'm not here to beat you down. I'm not here to be against you.
This is not an attack.
This is constructive criticism, to say the least. Like, if we having this conversation, you want me to be real with you, accept these things, and I'm going to accept the same thing you say to me. But what we both have to understand is there has to be room for growth. Just because you told me that this was something that you didn't like or something that really bothered you, doesn't mean that I operate like a light switch. It doesn't mean that's going to switch now. But acknowledge the growth, acknowledge the progression, acknowledge the efforts of trying to fix this thing. Like, don't come to me next month and say, you did it again. Well, how many times I did it last month? You did it like 10 times. How many times I did it this month? Twice. But all right, well, that's
progress.
That's growth. That's progress. Let's it doesn't have to continue to be a big argument. Let's grow from this thing because we both in this together, right? I'm not against you. You're not against me. I'm not trying to beat you down. You my woman. No man wants to do that. Woman is the glory of the man. No man wants to beat his woman down. This is why I said if she doesn't respect you or how she feels about you, it kind of does define you as a man because she is your glory. Like, I wouldn't want to send my woman out in the streets looking like anything. So I wouldn't want her treating me like anything. She's a reflection of me.
Right. One that gets on that drives me crazy.
She was a reflection of you.
She was. One that drives me crazy is I think in a relationship, this is probably gonna be a thesis in the episode,
coming up
down the road, whatever. But how I don't think you should ever take a different side, like in public, like you know what I'm saying, like never take another side. Like I don't care if my woman's wrong.
That. What you mean?
Yeah, because I got
let's say
I ain't gonna dive in, but yeah, because I definitely that's a good one.
Well, pull up the audio for me.
I got you.
And back to what you were saying as far as cutting off. I ain't gonna cut her off. I'm just not gonna listen.
What you mean?
When she just go on and on and on about nothing.
So if she cut you off,
if she don't get to the point, it's just like right on, like.
So all right. So here's the thing. It's hard. This is hard to deal with women when it comes to like arguments and everything because they go rapid fire on your ass. So they'll start going, and then they'll start going off topic. One thing. They hit you on like 10 things, and you can't even. It seems like you would have to cut her off to address one.
Right.
Because they'll go down a list of 10, 15 things that they are bothered by.
20 different emotions come out.
Yeah, and then you like, all right, the only one you could address is like the last two because them the ones you remembered. And then she gonna be like, well, what about this? I'm like, you gotta come, but y'all have to have some understanding of how this communication is gonna work, like how we gonna do these discussions.
You gotta know your woman
like,
too.
You really have, that's crazy that you have to lay out how y'all gonna argue. Like, look, babe, when we go through situations like this, we both gotta have these understandings that when you speak, I might have to start writing some stuff down because I don't take offense to it. You hitting on a lot of things. I might have to write a couple of things down so we can address them.
Go get your notepad now.
I'm be like, damn, it's one of
the niggas are gonna be like, so how was your day?
What happened?
So remember, you
said
said
what?
I want you to understand your anger is not at me. You remember you said Megan at work that pissed you off. This pissed you off.
Slow down.
Nah, I'm messing around. All right, but let's. We got a video insert. We'll play it. I'll put it in the video. And then we're going to talk about what she says.
All right.
Hey, guys. Hey, Zoe. Hey, AJ. My name is Ebony, and I wanted to provide my feedback on you guys' episode 10, where you brought up the subject of submission. And I want to say that I think that it is a fair statement to say that Black women are less likely than white women to submit. And I think that's partly because of what society has propagated in terms of that certain situation. And then I think the other part is that, we hear it so much from Black men, and I feel as though it'll be unfair to say it's not true if that has been their experience, who are we to say, it's not true if that's been their experience? But my question to you guys is, because Zoe had brought up a valid point that he doesn't think that Black women don't want to submit, but possibly they don't know how to. And I think that is true. But then the other part of it too, and from my perspective, I think that Black women want to, but maybe they don't want to submit to the wrong man. And what I mean by that is, you have to ask, is it fair to say, first and foremost, is he submitting to God himself, first and foremost? And then secondly, does she trust him enough to submit to him? Does he possess the certain characteristics that a man should possess in order to be in that situation, that she feels comfortable and safe enough to be led by him? Because as women, we like to be covered. We like security. We like, to feel safe with the man that we're with. And part of the problem could be that she, obviously with the wrong man, she picked the wrong partner. She doesn't feel that security to the point where she doesn't trust him enough to want to submit to him. And then part of it, men have to take accountability to step up to be that type of man, to possess the type of qualities that he is in the position to lead and will want a woman to submit to him. So my question to you guys, do you think those two things is a fair question to ask? One, is he first submitting to God? And then two, do you think that a woman's lacking trust in a man for whatever reason could be why, she doesn't want to submit?
All right, so
Appreciate you, Abby.
Yeah, definitely
yeah.
appreciate that.
So she hit those two questions. She said, could the lack of trust in a man be the reason she doesn't want to submit? And is that man first submitted to God? So we're going to hit, her second question was actually, her first question was, is the man submitted to God? Her second question was, could it be because of lack of trust, lack of ability to trust the man that she doesn't submit to him? Saying like,
Yeah, I get it.
they'll submit to the right man. So she's saying, is it a problem with him being the wrong man why she wouldn't submit to him?
Or not being
So
the man she
You wanna
thinks.
chime on it first, AJ?
Yeah.
We can hit that first. So me personally, I believe that that not wanting to submit to the wrong man thing, I believe that's just an excuse women use.
Yes.
And I am not being insensitive when I say this, but it's the same. I hold them to the same standard that I hold us men to, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you ask, you said her perspective of me does not define me as a man, and I said yes, it does, because she is your glory. It was you the one that chose her.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways, and so you shouldn't join with a man. You shouldn't have a boyfriend or a husband that you're not willing to submit to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you flawed in your judgment if all of a sudden now you don't want, or you never wanted to submit to him. So I think that wrong man stuff is just an excuse because you might be seeing something that you don't like, or you're not getting your way with it. But if you're going to join with somebody, you should already have in your mind, I'm going to submit to
You
his
gotta commit
leadership.
all the way.
Yeah.
Ain't no halfway in and halfway out. Especially if you want a man to go all the way in with you. You want him to give you, you know what I'm saying, his all. Hopefully you want that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you want that. You want him to die for you.
Yeah.
You want him to provide and be willing to give to you when you need. You need to go all the way in with him. You want him to be faithful, right? Can he withhold his faithfulness from you? If, you know what I'm saying? If you're not being submissive until you get a 6-month plan, like what they call that shit, like before you get fully hired, the probationary process and shit.
Probationary
6
period.
months before you
Yeah.
submissive, and then after that
Yeah.
it's like, oh, if you see something you don't trust again, now you're not submissive again. Like, I don't know exactly how that works, but I don't believe in that. I think we all should hold each other to, you know what I'm saying, the highest standard, and holding yourself to that standard is.
So she's talking about
paramount, man.
within a relationship, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, a lot of men, they seen and experienced when we was talking about episode 10, as far as like white women are more submissive than black
Yeah.
women.
Chipper.
She agreed
Chipper.
with it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she agree with it.
a lot of men experienced that or seen that. So if a woman is not being submissive when she get in a relationship, how would he know to, you know what I'm saying, continue to what the word I want to use, stay in a relationship with her and marry this woman?
and wait it
if
out.
a,
Like,
if a
okay,
woman
now
is
she's
not going to
submissive.
submit to me, I'm not going to even think about marriage.
Not at all.
So, you know what I'm saying? When they get that experience of submission, they like, damn, I ain't never going back. Like, this is great. This is what's good for both of us. And, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to help the bond grows. And, you know what I'm saying?
So you think a woman should be submissive in a relationship, but what is she saving for marriage? Like, for example, a woman's expecting you ain't expecting to pay the bills before you get married.
But that will be the reason you would marry young, because you practice your habits that you practice in the beginning lead you into the future.
Yeah, I get it. I'm
So
just saying,
your
like,
habits is
Nah,
already
not
a
even
certain
that.
way.
Do you
I'm
want a
not-
submissive woman, Jizzle?
I'm glad you just answered that question.
sure.
Asked
I
that
mean, do you have a
Nah.
submissive wife?
for sure. But I think
But she's
people
submissive
take
early.
it in
Nah,
like,
that's your answer to your question right
yeah,
there.
but like, I get it. I'm just trying to make more content. Like, I'm not
Okay,
disagreeing with it.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop
Like,
saying that because you making them.
nah, cause y'all like backing me into a corner and
You
shit.
did
Like,
it.
I agree,
You
nigga.
gotta- yeah, you
Like,
did it. You
just
gotta-
start shooting, motherfucker. I'm trying to motherfucking put
Stop
bullets in the
shooting.
motherfucking gun.
Because
God
you
damn.
got- say-
Then you gotta take these shots, nigga.
Yeah, when you say maybe she's waiting till marriage to be submissive.
No, I ain't say. I said
too late. You
No, I'm
saying
saying you
whatever.
could. I'm saying like, all right. So in a relationship, right? You in a relationship, but I know you guys hear people like, I'm not gonna give you all of me till we get married, something like that. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, for example, like, I'm not paying for no goddamn car insurance, none of that shit. If that make
But
any
you
sense,
would be paying for something.
I would prefer to wait till I get married,
But you would
to
pay
make
for
sure
some
it's
things.
like
just not the car insurance. But
I
you
get-
would be
I
I
get
mean,
your
damn,
example.
it's
providing some kind of
But
like
Nah,
mortgage and all that
I
stuff.
get your example, but I'm not marrying a woman that has not already shown me that she could be submissive to me.
I'm not saying
Or
I'm not
or that
saying she
will
didn't
be.
show you. I showed her I can pay for
You saying
stuff.
show
I'm just
all
saying
of
like
I'm saying show me that
Yeah.
you will be. Like, you have to already be practicing a certain level of submission for me to be like, all right, this is. So I'm not going to make this mistake again. I made this mistake several
Yeah,
times
yeah,
already
I
by
got you.
joining with women and not even checking the temperature to see if they have the ability to be submissive. And I'm not saying that I boss you around, that you follow me around like a little puppy dog, but it's just understanding and trusting. She said, could it be that they don't trust the man enough to be submissive? So trust that the issue of whether you trust the man or not, that's not always on the man and that's not always on the woman. It's so many variables.
yeah, you got your own doubts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got
It's-
doubts. And
But
I
but here's
shouldn't
the
have
thing
them.
though, when it comes to submission and trusting, that's where your faith has to come in. As a woman, if this is a man that you believe that you want to be with, you have to jump out there on faith and trust him to lead you. You have to trust him enough to be submissive to him. I can't make you. It's nothing I could do to make you believe that you can trust me. Like, I could do all I can, like taking care of all of my responsibilities. We've seen good men get cheated on. We've seen good men get put on child support, get taken advantage of and everything. So for you to trust me, like, it doesn't matter how faithful I am. It doesn't matter how much I handle my responsibilities. That's just the individual. That's just me. I mean, I'm not perfect, and I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about men in general. If that's just me, if I'm the responsible, faithful individual, like, you have to be the one to step out on faith. You would be foolish if you get with a man that you know been messing with a lot of girls in the past couple months.
Yeah, for
Who
sure.
disrespect you on a regular basis,
Yeah,
might
yeah.
smack you up every now
You
and
would
then.
be foolish to jump out there on faith and think you could trust him and be
Bad
submissive to
habits,
him.
he fuck up shit all the time, always asking you for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So the trust thing, I believe all of it is an excuse. If you're going to get, fellas, if you're going to get into a relationship with somebody, then you have to be able to lead them, which also means pouring into your woman to help her, to cultivate her into being the best woman she can be.
You gotta build
Women,
her
if
up
you're
too,
going to get
yeah.
in a relationship, then you have to be willing to submit to this man's leadership. You know, don't challenge every single thing, because it's going to make him feel like you're trying to emasculate him. It's going to make him feel like you don't believe he has the capability to take y'all wherever it is that he said that he's going to take y'all. So it's going to take faith on both sides. Don't give no excuses, just execute.
And hopefully the man you picked, you know what I'm saying, is one who wants to grow with you and go forward and, you know what I'm saying, make you proud.
But it shouldn't even be a hopefully in that, is what I'm saying.
Exactly,
Y'all
but-
both should already have these type of understandings before y'all even are getting real serious.
If you second
Yeah,
guessing
for sure.
trust,
Yeah.
like,
That's what the whole dating stage is about. The whole boyfriend girlfriend stage is about. Before I even propose to you, before I'm thinking about seriously living the rest of my life with you, these are things that I need to have an understanding. And it's best for me to have these understandings without us talking about it, because I don't want you to agree with me and it sounds good verbally, phonetically, we just, oh yeah, it sounds like it's going to work. These are things I need to see. I need to
notice them unconsciously.
the
like,
essence of
okay.
our relationship is going to show me that this is where we can be. Like, we can move forward in this area and be serious together. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. But what you mean by, you say, I heard you with the actions, but I still think you need communication with that, though.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like, you dating a woman, she asks you what type of women you looking for. And you tell her.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
that's
see
what.
you're
So that's what
Yeah, I
I'm
see what
saying.
you're Yeah, I see
like
what
we
you're
could
saying.
have the discussion and you can agree because it sounds good, but your actions could show me different.
Yeah.
So I'm not going off of what you're saying verbally. I need to know. Like when I propose, we already had this discussion too. Like I'm not going to propose
with doubts.
on the whim. Yeah, like it ain't going to be no. It's a chance she might say no.
I plant this
We
shit.
both, yeah. I know that she's going to say yes, but when I do propose, it's not just that I know she's going to say yes. I know that she is the woman that I need for my life, and the woman that I could trust with my life, and the woman that I'm going to lead and pour into and live the rest of my life until the day I die.
Yeah, I got you. Because that's like saying, me for example, I don't deal with mess, right? So if I run into a lady, we having a conversation, like we just met each other. And I'm like, listen, I don't deal with mess. I don't deal with all that toxic bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. And then the next outing I have, she's spazzing out on somebody. It's like, she's showing me who she is. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
You got one.
He said,
hey, look, I'm only giving 1.5 chances.
Nah.
I'm only giving 1.5 chances. Man.
What they say when a person shows you themselves for the first time,
I believe
Say
believe
them.
them.
Yeah, but there's always growth, though.
There's growth. You can have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
But you already did have a conversation with her. So it's like, it's going to come off like you being an asshole.
When you say I don't deal with no mess, though, she might not have known that
she
you
know what I
considered
mean.
that mess.
Nah, that's mess.
But it's
Like,
still growth. This is why I said I'm only going to allow 1.5 chances, right? It sounds funny, but I'm dead serious. So that first time, if I wasn't detailed enough with that first discussion we had, and this happens, we're gonna have a real detailed conversation.
Yeah, I get it.
And then if it happens again, and I have to initiate this conversation, it might be over because that's 2 times. I say 1.5 because it could happen again. But she has to realize in that situation or immediately afterwards that she fucked up. And she go like, you know
I
what?
get, that makes sense. Because she might have had an off day. You know,
Yeah.
and
But
but
if
she
you-
might not initiate that
That's
argument.
that room
But
for
that
growth.
shows me
0.5
that
is the
shows me
room for
growth.
growth.
Yeah, that show and there might be more instances after that, but I have to be the one to realize whether it's starting to tone down. Oh, maybe she's really getting it.
Yeah.
But if it's just continuous fuckery,
Like it's
oh, nah.
it flare
Fuckery.
up. It flare up every 3 months.
One and done.
That boy gonna be single for a long
Man.
time.
Yeah, man, you got-
Forever.
I'm gonna buy you a dog. Buy you a dog.
I don't give a fuck.
Get that nigga a
Buy me
puppy
some
dog.
peanut butter too.
Kill that damn dog.
This nigga, man.
Who going next, man?
Nigga freak.
Give me the coin.
I'm about to say.
That shit, y'all like going to my thesis anyway.
Yeah, mine too. That's
That shit kind of going to my thesis.
My thesis
My
was
seem like all them.
men should date with
Niggas
intention
tens, baby.
instead of expectation.
One more time.
Men should date with intention instead of
Yeah, I got you.
expectation.
He about to say, he planning to lose.
Why you say that?
Go ahead.
Tails.
Oh, come on.
He gated, but it's tails. That motherfucker hit the bottom, man.
All right, come on. I know I heard it. Come on.
Fuck.
Yeah, see.
Say nah, but
Nah, he ain't. He meant to do that.
with intention, we set high standards. You
Hold on,
should-
say it one more time because we gotta agree.
Men
Oh,
should
okay.
date
Let's get
with intentions.
Yeah. You said men should date with intentions.
with intention instead of expectation.
Expectation.
All right, I disagree.
Give me some more.
Would you agree or disagree?
You heard me.
You know, that's Jizzle Fences, man. You know he get a
Mr.
pass.
Fence
I need
himself.
a, I
about
need
you,
a, I
Jay?
need a, I need a sentence before.
Dog.
That man constructing fences for a living.
All right, when you date with
I disagree.
when you date with intention, you know what I'm saying, you should set higher standards. You know what I'm saying? Never compromise them. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself making excuses for somebody, then that's a red flag right there. And I feel like as long as your values are value driven, you deserve somebody who will meet them. Like with intention, like I said last week. What you laughing for, man? Go ahead. But yeah, like I said last week, let's throw out the first impressions, you know what I'm saying? When we try to impress people, we put them on a pedestal higher than ourselves. trying to impress somebody else. You see what I'm saying? And just show them the raw you, the raw truth. Express that shit. Don't just be like, all right, this what I got on, this what I look like. Express the raw you, so they can get a feel of that shit.
All right, so let me ask you something. You said if you find yourself making excuses for them, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't believe in giving the benefit of the doubt.
Nah, I do.
All right, so what do you mean then? You say if you find yourself making excuses for them, like
Covering for him.
I know.
Nah, all right, so say you meet somebody, right? And you look over their red flags. Then that's a red flag in itself. So you making excuses like, all right, I can change her to not wear these tight ass clothes, or I can, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You see
I
what I'm
still
saying?
disagree though.
I agree.
Yeah,
All right, let me go. All right, so as far as dating with intention, it's hard. Like, cause I don't see a female like that's gonna be my wife right there, cause you don't know her yet. You don't know her. You have no clue of how she is on the inside, how she treats other people, and your intentions is already to make her your wife. I can't. So my expectations is what takes me in and makes me, you know what I'm saying? I would say gives me butterflies. Just makes me feel as though we can be great. I know, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has things they need to work on because we human, right? Everybody didn't grow up in a relationship and have, you know, great teachings and understood every aspect of what a relationship takes and what you should do in it. So in that flaw with expectations, you can get through it. That's where faith comes in. Faith comes in when it comes to what you say. It's not, with expectations, faith comes in.
Nah, you setting yourself up to fail.
But
with expectations.
With intention.
Because you're expecting this to go a certain way, and then when it doesn't.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
You could just have hope.
I want you to say your
turn out
thesis
good.
again, but I got to reply to something James said.
All right.
Both of y'all clicked the damn thing. I was like,
At the
these
same time,
motherfuckers.
at the same time, as soon as you said it though.
But nah, so
Hold up. This is like my sixth time saying it.
Nah, don't say it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead, Jig.
but just you not knowing the person in the beginning enough to say my intentions is to marry you. That's just kind of creepy. I don't like it when a woman does some shit like that. Like, come to me and already be trying to be my girl, and it's like, you don't even know me. You don't know me. How do you know that those are my intentions?
All right, so-
I could just be wanting a friend. I could be hurt right now. I could be a serial killer.
All right, so listen.
Hold up, dude. Go
Oh,
ahead,
okay.
Jizzle.
So listen. I agree with you, dude, to a certain extent, especially after Jiggz talked, right? Listen.
Damn,
So-
but let me go off the Jigs then.
Nah, chill.
Because you agree with it. Me and Jigs disagree.
All right, just don't say what I'm gonna say.
All right, now go ahead.
I know you gonna say it. Go ahead.
Nah, 'cause I got more, so I don't know what you're going to
All
say.
right,
Go
so-
ahead. I don't want to take it.
I was just playing, not because of what Jig said, but so like dating with attention, right? I feel like you should do that, and by you doing that, you're saving yourself time, right? So like we cannot get time back, right? That's the only thing we can't get back, right? So dating without intentions, meaning like you're gonna date anything, you have no intentions for her, and you're not looking for nothing for yourself. You're just like, whatever it is, it is. If we hook up, we hook up. Instead of you having this standard or whatever you say, like agenda or what you say in a woman, and you're like, listen, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that.
These are my standards.
These are my standards.
This
You
what
don't
I'm
gotta say it on
looking
the
for.
first date, but like you can see if she's
Matching up.
Yeah, if she's matching up with what you want and your values or whatever. So and if she doesn't, what's that little app? Swipe to the left, swipe to the right. I'm not sure the way you gotta go.
Left means no.
You know what
left,
it is.
you know, yeah, the little Joan like you
Left
swipe.
means
You
no.
got just keep swiping.
Jizzle was on there last week.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
We sorry.
My man is a married
This is the end of the
individual.
hate debaters. We gonna say,
But nah,
She about to
energy is
whoop
big to me, so I feel like
Yeah.
you can't mess up a connection with the right person. Like,
You crazy.
like
you definitely
aight,
can mess up
aight. Like with intent, right? You can fuck up and it will all be good. Because you don't have no expectations like, oh, I expect this, that, and then when the shit don't happen, you just mad, you frustrated, you fucked up. But your intentions, you like, all right, this what I'm gonna do. It ain't work. Fuck it, I'm going to the next.
yeah. But when it comes to that, what's the John you said with the red flags? Like if You covering for their red flags.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing, though. I think that's a major issue. For example, if you real close with your family, right? And you like, we have cookouts on Sunday, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and she just keeps avoiding going to cookouts with you, right? And your family's like, when we gonna meet her? And you keep making excuses for her, knowing that she's not like putting the effort to meet your family. That's a big red flag to me.
Okay.
That's just an example.
Or like-
I lived through that too.
Or like
Because that's like making excuses for her when your family thinks you like, oh nah, she had to work today. Oh nah, she just with her. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, she's avoiding it.
See, I'll be real
I can't lie.
transparent
I ain't
because
really into
this is
that
gonna
shit.
take me back to
I
my
mean, but
thesis.
if you want
I
to
do
build,
it. I do it. I love. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I fuck with the person.
I'm lost.
But
What happened?
I'm talking about
Like I
me
said, he don't-
family.
but, like,
I'm not big on.
do you consider
family
yourself
cool? But
when you get married, right? So you think you're marrying her or you're marrying the family?
We already did this shit.
I know. I'm
man.
just
So my
saying.
point is, going to family functions and stuff like that, I could care less.
I mean, it's not if it's big to her.
He's
is what
saying
I'm
he's saying if
Yeah,
he's
yeah, that's
saying-
what I'm saying.
He's saying if you were saying like this is what my family do, this is what we
Yeah,
do.
it's important to
Yeah.
me.
He's not saying James, but he's saying if an individual was like this is what's
Yeah,
important to me.
I'm saying individual,
and that's
not
what
me.
I
You know,
live
yeah.
that, and because I'm going back to my thesis. This is a little bit of both of our theses.
Your thing, bro.
She no, my ex, and I always try to get her to like come to church with me or come meet my cousin and everything.
Yeah.
Even meet my best friend. All would have been beneficial to her or whatever, you know, because if you're gonna meet my family, like the people that I'm closest with, and when I say family, I'm not just talking about blood. I'm talking about the people that I'm just closest with,
Yeah.
the people that I actually value their opinion and everything. If you just keep on ducking that, I didn't look at that as a red flag, but it definitely was, and it had something else to do with submission because when we ended, like when that thing was done, and I ended it, and I was like, no. She realized that she had messed up, and she was like, I didn't submit. She said that, like, I didn't submit to you like I should have. God was showing me I should have met your family. I should have went to you over your cousin's house. I should have went to church with you and this and that. She admitted these things out of her own mouth. And she said these things. And so I didn't even peep. Like, it's crazy that you use that example because I never even thought of that as like as a red flag. And I was the one giving excuses. Like, all right, she just got some things that she need to deal with. Let's just work through this or whatever. She got her anxiety, how she doesn't want to leave the house or whatever the case was.
Right.
But I was the one giving excuses. Like, all right, we just,
benefits of the doubt.
yeah. But I do want to hit on what you said also. And then you can say your thesis. You was like, you don't date people and be like, that could be my wife or whatever.
Like, that's my wife, or that could be my wife. No, I can't.
All right, so I do. Because I'm dating with,
Attention,
no.
guidance.
Hold up, say your thesis because I don't want to
Wisdom.
mess us up. Now say your thesis.
Men date with intention.
All right.
I mean, men should date with intention
All right.
instead of
Back.
expectations.
So I disagree with it. Reason being is because I believe you should date with both.
You ain't
So
my
I'm-
man. Motherfucker, man.
I'm not an intention or expectation. The only reason I say that is because I believe they both go hand in hand. And so how you were saying,
yeah, I
every
agree.
woman,
kind of sounding the same.
every woman I date,
I was just
they're
gonna
different.
go with it.
They're different, but they go together. So you said you don't look at them like that's my wife. Yeah, y'all know I'm very, very picky. Like it's not often you're gonna see me in a relationship with somebody. So whenever I'm start getting serious with somebody or really dating somebody, like multiple times, going out with them, spending time with them, I'm definitely looking at them like this is my wife. Reason being is because my intentions for dating is to get married.
It's to get married.
My expectations for dating is for you to show me whether you are her or whether you're not her. And so off bucks, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give you the respect and the love as if you're my potential wife until you show me
It's up to you.
that you're not or that you are.
Makes sense.
And yeah,
It's like innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
expectations. That
I
should
know what
go.
he's saying, too.
That should
Damn.
go off of belief.
Well, my expectation, my expectation isn't I expect you to act this way. My expectation is I expect you to show me whether you're the woman I'm going to be with or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's you be you. My expectation for us dating, my intentions for us dating, is the same as my expectation to see whether or not you going to be my forever woman.
Yeah. And like you said, if somebody do something wrong, right? You said that's why you date with intentions. But like, if you did something wrong, if she did something wrong,
What you mean?
I don't know. That's what you said, right? You said if somebody mess up when you date with intentions.
Nah,
Bye-bye.
I was like, what I say? I said you can't mess up connection with the right person. You can't mess up a connection with the right person.
You can.
I think you can.
Arguments happen,
You
man.
definitely
Things
can.
happen
Yeah.
that sometimes you need to get over, but sometimes they hard to get over. And
Then that ain't the right person.
no,
Now it might have been the right person.
You know
Might
if
be the
it's the
wrong
right
time.
person.
There you go. I was about to say,
you
motherfucker.
might have just messed up.
Yeah.
Got
it. You
beyond
got it.
repair.
You got it.
Some people like some women are just so traumatized from niggas that cheated and dogged her out that she could meet the right man and he might not mess up in the form of cheating, but he might have messed up in the form of like entertaining somebody else in a way that she didn't like or that she's not comfortable with because of her trauma. And
like-
she just automatically in that thing because she's so hurt by whatever happened in her past and she's in fear
She
that
done-
she doesn't want it to happen again.
She done told her
That
so.
woman
Yeah.
being hurt shit is crazy. I had a bride,
Men being hurt
Not
is
a
crazy
bride.
too.
Yeah.
a female, but literally was so mad at me because I didn't answer the phone one time. Like, I didn't answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
She was kirking. I'm like, this is a red flag for me. Like, I don't know if I could deal with this shit. Like, this is bad. Something's going on with you.
Right
But
then
in
and there,
her
you
mind-
need to have
my
that
guy.
conversation.
But in her mind, I was a red flag because I didn't answer the phone. But it's like, to me, it wasn't that serious. But to
My
her,
guy,
that shit was
you
life or
remember?
death.
You remember what she had leopard prints on or whatever?
Oh, shorty. Okay.
And remember what happened when I was like,
She was crazy
we was
a
gonna
little
go bowling. That was it for me, Jack.
He said she was crazy
Hey,
a little
look,
bit.
I said let's go bowling. I said let's go bowling playing. It was like a Thursday or
But
something.
that was a good-
I was playing to see if she was down or not. And so and she was like, all right, bet. And I was like, no, I was just playing. I was gonna see if you was really with it. I was like, we could go Friday, Saturday though. You know, we go tomorrow, Saturday when I'm off and everything. And she went off on me. Like I stood her up and this and that. I'm like, oh, what?
Wait a minute.
I don't like niggas. I don't like niggas.
threw him a good oop on that.
Nigga, you threw me a good oop if it was
was
something I was
good.
just trying to hit and quit. Nigga,
Listen,
she would have
listen,
destroyed my life.
If she wouldn't have kirked on you and was actually a good lady, you'd
I would
like,
have found
damn.
out. Nah,
But what I'm saying, what if she would turn out to be good?
how? That showed me.
I'm saying, other than that,
not
before
saying that she not good,
So
but that
you ain't
showed
give her,
me.
you ain't give her one
Fuck no, she went off on me, bro.
Nah, shorty is a little.
That
Oh,
nigga
she
probably
went crazy.
That nigga probably would have been drinking on the podcast
She went off.
if he was still with y'all.
Shorty was alright.
Aoki Zo.
And Zoe smoking cigarettes now, young? What's going on with my man?
But you think she went through something and that's why she was like that?
Definitely. There's no doubt about it.
I was about to say, but with that mess up a connection, I meant like I can go back and see one of my exes and still have that chemistry, that connection. And I feel like she the right person.
That's why my girl can't have friends. That nigga. You hear that? You heard what he said? I feel like she could still be the one. That nigga thinking the same shit
But
when
you-
he chilling with your girl,
you see-
watching movies,
you see
talking
that
about
bullshit?
her problems.
That's not if it's a
Talking
best
about-
friend
talking
though.
about
I don't give a
You
damn.
talking about an ex, not a best friend, nigga.
He said, remember that
But
time?
no. You see that shit?
He said, that's
I
why
ain't say
that nigga.
I ain't say I can go back to my ex that I had a connection with in chemistry and she got a boyfriend. I'm still gonna clap them cheeks.
I ain't say nothing
That's
about hitting
basically
it.
what you saying.
His mind just said, I still feel like she could be the one.
Nah,
I don't want
I
nobody
said-
thinking
I
about
said-
my lady like that.
I felt
You
like
can't
she
even
could
control
still,
that, man.
I don't
Nah.
give
No.
a damn.
I said,
How would you know?
I feel like she
Exactly.
still.
That's exactly
see,
why.
now listen, I said I feel like she could still be the right person, not
what?
the one
The right person for what? A role?
to be with,
In your movie?
motherfucker.
That's my point.
That ain't me, motherfucker, stepping on a nigga toes. Talking about that's
Nigga,
why my
I don't
girl
want you
can't have
thinking
friends.
of my lady as being the right one for you.
Bruh, you
Shut
know,
the hell
you
up.
know,
Ain't no
your,
loyalty
you know
to
your
somebody
girl.
on
Your
You
girl probably
Now, look,
think her
you know-
ex still the right one
And
for
that,
her.
Whoa.
and if it is, if she does think that,
But she ain't gonna
You
tell
know your girl
it
got
ain't
exes.
happening with me.
You know your girl got exes.
Of course, but I don't want. Listen,
But
listen
you,
to
but
me,
I'm saying,
listen to me.
you
can't
don't know
think like
though.
that.
You don't know if somebody thinking like, man, I fucked it up with her. She could have.
But that's not my point. Her being friends with this man and him still coming over to chill with
Oh.
that mindset.
Oh.
I'm not with that. I'm not with it.
What
I'm
you
not
mean
chilling with
chill
my ex.
anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just said he can still go over there and
No, I
chill
didn't.
with her.
No,
I
he
did.
said if He was like,
I
if
could have
they
sworn
was,
he
I said
I
if
still could.
No, I said if I see her, that connection and that
it's-
chemistry is still gonna be the same.
Yeah, because if he can go
but
chill,
they
with
not
my-
chilling. They not talking every day on the phone. They ain't
yeah.
best friends.
I ain't
but
talked to her
his
on the phone
point-
in like years.
His point was it can ruin chemistry, right? So he was saying he still
No,
could.
he said
His
it
point was
could.
that
Me
he
and AJ
still
said it
come
could. He
chill.
said it couldn't.
Yes, and his point when he said it couldn't.
You said it couldn't.
No, I'm saying he said it could. He said it could
Yeah.
destroy it. He
No,
was
I
saying,
didn't.
Nah, you
The whole
dude
reason-
said it couldn't. We said it. We
Yeah, I
said it
said
could.
It
Yeah.
cannot mess up a connection with the right person.
Damn, I broke the pen.
I mean, that chemistry you
So
talking
what
about.
I'm saying is,
I just think that's
shorty your ex, but you can still go chill with her.
I ain't say that.
Why would you say if you could go chill with her? If
I didn't say that.
so, what you say?
I said if I see her, we might. I mean, that connection and that chemistry will still be there, and I feel like she still might be the right person.
but
He's
I don't
not
think
saying-
that,
yeah,
I
he's
coulda
not.
swore he said he was about.
Nah, he said if you see her, he's not saying like we link up. He's saying like if we run into
He ain't say
each other
we
at
in the
Dave and
mall.
Buster's or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we both just happen to be at the same spot at the same time.
But I don't think that's
Okay.
I don't think that's the same connection. I think that's just y'all.
Remember when I seen my ex when we was in
That damn
don't,
history
Don't
y'all
say
got.
her name either.
Which one?
Don't say her name when we was in that that club.
Y'all already mentioned
Oh,
this,
shit.
man.
And
This
remember,
nigga.
hold up, remember she was with somebody
Exactly.
and she grabbed my hand,
Uh-huh.
but it wasn't her boyfriend.
And you still a friend.
But you see that connection, that chemistry.
Oh, I see.
but
And this is why
I see.
You validate this
But-
nigga.
Nigga, I know myself. That's why I don't have friends.
but I don't talk to her on the
Nah,
phone every day.
I
And
get
I'm
what
not
you're
her.
saying, Jay.
I'm not her.
Nah, everybody different. That's
Yeah.
why I said, man, we just
That little connection
We
shit.
providing perspectives that not everybody may consider.
I just
Like this.
leave the
Yeah, I
playing
was
field
there. I
open.
seen it.
You gonna be who you gonna be. If you
Yeah.
mess it up, that's on you. I'm not holding no hands. I'm not telling you not to do nothing. You know my standards.
You know what I
And
expect.
if you cross that
My
line,
expectation.
you cross that line. Like that's what it is. I'm not stopping you.
Yeah, no
I
question.
just make the line right here. It's on you.
I'm
You
gonna
wanna
give
be-
Jiggz a thesis for next week.
He said I'm gonna give him a thing.
Yeah.
Please.
Women should not be allowed to talk without a man's permission.
Oh,
That's cool. See,
Let's do it.
said you better not go outside. The house catch on fire, you gonna burn up in this bitch.
Write it down.
Don't go outside.
Man's tens, nigga.
Ooh-wee.
Here's 21s. Write it down. All right, who next?
That was good. That was
You
good.
going next?
I go.
Here you go.
Double standards should be abolished. They should be completely eradicated.
You was just for it. Yeah,
I
you
nigga.
was.
definitely said you like
People
double
broke.
standards.
People
You
change.
changed.
I was.
You changed about a month and a half.
When I was with the double standards, where
It
was I in
It
life?
was like
Yeah,
2
month-
episodes ago.
About a month.
Oh
and a half.
hell no. No, I said
Move that paper,
I said
man.
I believe in them. I don't. That doesn't mean that I think that they are right. Motherfuckers do a lot of wrong shit. They justify.
Oh, I'm glad you. I'm glad you
Like
said
being gay.
True.
Psych
No,
nah.
yeah.
Psych nah.
No, young. I'm not with it, young.
Psych nah.
I'm not with it. Spin, young.
We said, "It's like nah, cancel everything." All right, yeah.
You wow.
Tails, yeah.
They not gonna get that. But they not gonna get that at all.
I should have told him put his phone in the pouch.
it was an inside joke, but it was
This nigga
something that happened
stupid.
on the pod. Which one is it?
What you got?
I said
Hesitate.
tails. I said
Oh.
tails.
Heads.
God damn you.
And he landed in the pocket.
All right, so double standards should not be abolished.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The man was meant to lead. That means they make the motherfucking rules.
Do it, yo.
So, what a man says he deserves, you know what I'm saying, more than one woman, right? And a woman doesn't deserve more than one man. You know, there's religions that practice that. The Muslim religion, they believe that you can have more than one wife. So, you know, those beliefs come from somewhere. So maybe double standards are a good thing. Women, I guess, naturally are friendly, and it's okay for them to play with their friends in certain manners, whereas though it would be definitely frowned upon in heterosexual male circles as far as playing with displaying the same affections with their friends.
I'm gonna need you
So
to do
those-
something. I'm gonna tell you after the podcast, though.
So they're
Please, yo.
so those double standards, you know, are there for a reason, because I understand them, and I'm still not gonna say that they are right, but I understand those double standards. I practice them to this day, in certain aspects. So
I don't even want to talk about this shit no more, man. Y'all know how I feel about double standards.
Break it down to us. Tell us again.
Matter of fact, I don't even believe in double standards no more. I believe, like, if a girl, you know what I'm saying, she want to box, put the gloves on, and get your issue off. Tired of women disrespecting men, pushing my motherfucking buttons. And I can't hit her.
Ain't no way he said.
Nah, no,
Ain't no can't hit her.
Man, fuck that.
And I can't
this
hit her.
man's saying, ain't nobody died from a bloody nose, young.
you gonna punch her in the
Stop,
fucking
yeah.
nose?
Stop.
Tired of that shit, man. I seen a girl spit in a nigga face and you supposed to chuck that shit up. Fuck
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
Going to jail tonight.
Man, you see that shit?
Hell now. You go.
That bus driver uppercutted that. I was so happy. I said, you ain't got to be scared no more. That's self-defense.
That man lost his job.
Keep your hands to yourself, women.
Now he hit her hard as shit too. I don't know
Nah,
if she
but-
needed that. He could have just
But
pushed.
nah,
her.
double standards are great, man. You got to have double standards.
Depends
Yeah,
on-
especially small ones, man. Just small
I
petty.
believe in double standards, man. I ain't going back on that. And not all of them, but several of them I do agree with because we're just different, man. It brings a certain balance to the world. We're different. We're wired different. We're built different.
Right.
Like the average man compared to the average woman, he's going to be stronger. He's going to be bigger.
And if y'all disagree, go look at the that transgender motherfucker in the Olympics and UFC and all that.
Yeah, some things just wouldn't be fair.
Hey.
I agree with Jiggz, even though he lost his spin and he said it. Men can't play with men the way men shouldn't want to play with men the way women be playing with women.
That's
I don't care
wrong.
if it's joke. Look here, we played football and I never was for that pat on the ass shit. You could hit me on my shoulder pads and be like, "Good work."
Or smack my helmet or something.
Yeah, like I've never been for that. I never put my hand, hit another man in his butt and was like,
Good job.
never.
I have, but it was football. But once you condition to do
Yeah,
that shit in
yeah,
football,
yeah.
it's like you don't think nothing of it. You don't think no sexual acts and this and that.
Yeah.
But see, that's what they doing on TV with it started with American Pie. Dude kissing a dude and it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
And they started conditioning jokers to get used to this. And then Obama came along, made it legal. Neither here nor there. But
So neither here nor there.
neither here nor there. But now we here in 2021 and I witnessed things that I was sad to say that I witnessed in my lifetime. Like in person. But I ain't gonna go and get too graphic with it. I ain't even mean to take us there. But I believe in double standards. Some of them.
I'm gonna go to my real.
Yeah, double standards are good, man.
I feel as though double standards should be abolished because we should have just morals we stand on because we want other people to practice those same morals with us, right? Double standards as far as women touching other women. I don't want those things to become a norm and for people to think that those things are okay. I feel like that is why we became what we are now. As far as
Nah,
so
fuck
much
that.
of the homosexual tendencies and things like that between women, and I'm gonna say sometimes men. I'm gonna say that that wrestling stuff, the real wrestling, that shit is crazy.
What you mean?
And I
crazy
feel like that
what?
shit can, you know what I'm saying, translate into, you know, fucking
Something sexual?
homosexuality. Yeah.
Come on, man.
He talking about the real
You talking
wrestling.
about like high school wrestling? Like,
Yeah, why they mounting motherfuckers like that? Why you gotta mount them like that?
But what you said about
But-
to show you can't beat me.
I don't want to cut you off. What you said about the women touching women, I'm with that shit. That's why
I'm
I
sure
believe in
you
double
are.
standards. But men touching men, hell no. Go ahead.
But
Double
you know,
standard.
So
Women-
let me clear the air real quick. I'm not for the way women touch women in a homosexual manner, but there are ways that like women could go into the dressing room with women, get completely naked, and you know she be like, "Girl, feel my." Is something wrong with my breast? And she could feel her breast or something. Ain't no joker walking into no locker room like, "Hey, young, look at my
Not in
jaw,
my
yeah,
balls,
something,
bruh.
something."
Touch my
Hey, yo,
balls.
does this look normal to you? Ain't nobody doing that.
That shit don't even.
Yeah, you
I
know
couldn't
what I'm
get that out.
Hey, check. Hey, look at this,
Nah,
man. Do
I'm
you
good.
think something's wrong with this? Like, hey, man, you better take your ass to the doctor and get out.
Something with me wrong with your fucking eye.
Well, maybe that's just the way we practice it out here, but I hear tell there are locker rooms all over where people just walk around naked. Fool.
Oh,
Like,
we seen it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's my point. Like, I'm not with that.
No,
When
I'm
people
not.
do that.
Look here, I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. I'm not worried about another man or another woman, whoever, walking around me naked. I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a rapist, and I'm not gay. I'm very comfortable with who I am, and I could do whatever. I could be me wherever the hell I'm at. I'm not worried about that. You stay with you. You stay where you at. I can stay where I'm at. What I'm saying is how women, how they're comfortable with each other like that. Like how you'll see that all the time. She like, girl, feel this. Do you think this is? Ain't no man saying, hey, I feel this. Like this, I'm like, you might get stolen.
Nah, I'm saying
that's a double standard. I think
I'm
needs to
saying
stay in
outside
place.
of like the intentions of innocence. I'm talking about like playing. The way women play with one another, the way they dance on one another, the way they touch one another when it's not of medical, you know what I'm saying, medical motherfucking examination. They like, oh hey girl, oh, and all the dancing and twerking and shit. Women, they do that.
A lot
right?
of girls don't like that though.
Some women don't.
Men be doing it too though.
But I was really leaning on pretty much the
Like
men's
that.
side of double standards. I wasn't really going into like the woman's thing. I just gave an example of that just to make it concrete, the double standard thing. But I feel as though, with double standards, I feel like morals change. I feel like you should hold women accountable who hit men. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't just be like, well, okay, she a woman, she can hit me. No.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You need to you should just quickly abolish that. Like, look, we're not doing that. Don't hit men, and stand on that, because that's like, to me, that should be a moral fact. You should not ever clash masculine energy with a man, physically or verbally. Like, there's no need for that.
So you said abolish that double standard. So if they do hit man could hit woman.
No, don't make it okay for a woman to think that she can hit a man.
Oh, we already don't make it okay for that.
You sure? Because
Women.
they still out here hitting motherfuckers.
That's
They
because
just don't
women
care.
just. I don't know why they think that they can.
Because we haven't
Oh,
abolished
power,
that double
man.
standard.
No, that goes back to respect.
You know how you abolish that double standard?
By whooping their ass.
I wasn't gonna say it like that, but I was
not
gonna let Deuce say it because he already said it.
Say what?
But so put it like this, right? And this is messed up to say, but it's true.
Oh, all right.
So we look at it over here like men shouldn't hit women. But what I say about 13 episodes ago or something, like go to the Middle East,
Indonesia.
you go
and all
to
that.
Asia and all that, like
Yeah.
the women don't try they men because they men put hands back. Not saying it's right. And because of how we're conditioned over here, I'm try my best to never put my hands on a woman in an aggressive manner where I know I could hurt her, or in not even with the intentions to check her. But over there, they have that issue where it's not a double standard, and the women don't try that. And you saying,
karma.
I don't know if they believe in karma. They
They
just
just
know that
believe
this
what
nigga
they
hit
believe
harder
in.
than me.
Yeah.
They say equal rights is equal rights over that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But nah, I don't think double standards should be abolished, right? Especially not the small ones. I can't see my woman run into the door and open it for me. That just feels weird to me. That's a double
I'm
standard.
not sure if that's a double standard.
What?
Ain't no damn double standard.
That's not.
Nah, it is.
It
Depending on how
is
you
a
looking
double
at it.
standard.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Oh, you talking about as far as like gender roles?
Yeah, like it's gender roles. That's
Okay.
what I'm
It's
talking
like
about.
saying,
Or
like,
like, for
Gender
example,
roles is
It's
considered a double standard.
I can give you
No,
another
it's
example.
how you looking at it. So what he's saying is like, we believe that men should open the doors
Yeah.
for women,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a double standard.
but women shouldn't
Yeah.
open it for men. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
would be.
yeah.
that's a double standard. So like another one,
A
right?
woman's held the door for me before.
All right.
Wasn't my woman,
No.
but a woman did.
Did she drive? Did your girl
The
drive
normal-
and she go around the side of the car and open
the
your
door
door
for
and
you.
let you out?
And then
Pay
run to
for
the
your
door.
dinner and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, she didn't pay for my dinner.
No, I'm just saying
Nah.
consistently, like
And
pay
then
for
when
your dinner and
to go back, you carrying it or she carrying it.
propose to you and
But
shit
I'm not
like
sure
that.
that's a double standard. For
That's definitely a double standard, bro. Another one is
It's so stay right there.
all right.
It's a double standard because we see this all the time. People make posts about men supposed to pay for the women's everything.
Yeah.
Like women supposed to stay at home, and I mean not stay at home, but a man should be paying her bills. This and that, even in relationships or when you go on dates, a man should pay the bill.
Pay for everything.
Yeah, a man should pay the bill, and women feel like they shouldn't have to. That's a double standard. If a man feel like, nah, you pay for it, it's gonna be a problem.
shit.
You say shit.
Yeah, I said shit.
It might not be a problem. It's not gonna be a problem to us because we tell her to pay for it. But you best to believe in the women community. When she go back to the women's, girl, that nigga's a scrub.
But I was just saying, as far as a double standard, I feel as though a double standard is something that's okay for one group to do, but not okay for another group to do.
Yeah.
If the other group chooses to do so. Not, oh well, no, like a man pretty much telling a woman, you frown upon her doing that, right? You know what I'm saying? Or a woman saying, I frown upon you doing this, but I can do this. You can't. That's a double standard for me.
Yeah.
A woman is not saying, oh nah. Well, women do say it, but
nah. So same
they definitely say
situation.
it.
You can't frown upon her for not paying for y'all dinner.
who can?
You.
Shit.
That's what she believes.
That's
I'm
the
abolishing
double.
that shit right
That's
now.
that's
That shit's abolished.
Fuck that.
So who the hell pays?
Both of us sometimes.
I mean-
pay sometime, and you better
How
pay
do-
sometime.
I agree.
How
but
do
I'm
you know?
saying
How do you know who pays? Like who pays for the first date?
I don't even know.
whoever offers
See what I'm saying?
offers to go on a date.
That's why it needs to exist. I believe a man should always pay you for the first date.
Well, she said, "Nah, I'm good."
What a who
That a
say
red
nah?
flag?
What a who say? Like nah, I want to pay for it myself.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Perfectly fine with me.
But is that a red flag?
Hell nah. What you
It
mean?
doesn't allow you to
stand
be
on
the
your own
man.
toes.
I respect
But I'm
that.
saying
No,
these
if
are
she
the
says
double
nah, I'm gonna pay
standards
for
that
my.
you guys agree with is what I'm saying. So
No, I
in the
said
aspect of you
open the
feeling
doors.
As though a man should pay.
I always
first date.
I always try to pay.
Yeah.
And sometimes I fight like, nah, I got it. No, I got it. Or if she asks me out on a date, I want to take you, blah blah blah, then she gonna pay.
No, when I said I feel like a man should pay on the first day, I'm not saying like it's a must that he must pay. I'm saying he should
This is
already.
perfect.
He should be expecting. He should be expecting to pay.
Oh, yeah.
So like I'm not gonna come out my mouth and say, "Hey, you got yours." When the check come, I'm just like, "Here, I got this," and then she be like, "Nah, I want to pay for mine."
That's why I say
I'm be like,
that's
"You sure?"
not a
She be
double
like, "Yeah." I'm
standard.
like, "Oh, all right."
Because the double standards that I speak of,
It's the double standard.
If
It's
she
just not
tries
the one
to
she's
like
speaking of.
cancel like the double standard, like, oh, I can deal with two women, but you can't deal with two men, and she like, oh well, you know. Just gonna deal
All
with
right,
two
so
women.
here's the double
You
standard.
gonna be
I
like,
was
what the fuck?
This is what I was
No,
just
you're
holding
not doing
on
that.
to.
You're not even gonna accept it.
This is what I was just holding on to. This is a big one in our community, our society. Period. Men being hoes, women being hoes.
I had that down too.
Double standard, right?
Hoes.
Yeah, they say men, like we like men can't be hoes,
Yeah.
and you be like, yeah, they can. But the problem is when you call us a hoe, it doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
But when you call a woman a hoe, she's like, how come I'm a hoe if I slept with 10 women? I mean, if I slept with 10 niggas, but you not a hoe and you slept with 20 women.
I am. Just don't give a fuck.
I just don't give it. Yeah. And that's why, this is why I say
And neither do you.
she does though.
She don't give a fuck whether you a hoe. She cares if she's a hoe.
Nah, she cares.
No, she don't.
No, she cares that
cares.
you think she's a hoe. We don't care that
If
they
you
think that
we-
we're a hoe.
Yeah.
I don't care if you think I'm a hoe. But she cares. That's why they lie about the count.
So they count. What count? Body count?
Yeah.
Who asks about that?
A lot of motherfuckers.
I don't.
I don't
I'm
want to
too
hear
old
that.
for that
Yeah,
shit.
but we already went through that. You was about to
Yeah.
say something, Jizzle.
I forgot.
You got it right there.
Nah. This
Yeah,
I had something else.
Oh.
But damn, I had something. I can't fucking remember. Oh, question, right?
Go ahead.
Talking about double standards. It's kind of on the borderline.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
So this happened to me this
Oh,
weekend. You know, we went out, you know what I'm saying, good birthday dinner or whatever for good friends. We valet parked, right? So, you know, it was a little chilly outside yesterday. So when we was getting our cars,
She didn't get my coat.
tell me what y'all would do, right?
Go ahead.
So we in line. It's a line, you know what I'm saying, to get a valet to get your cars with her, right? And some girls just got out the cars and they butted. Would you guys just let them go like, oh, nah, there's some girls? Or would you be like, hey, excuse me, the line back there, huh?
All right, let me say this. If I'm with my girl, no, they not button.
We weren't, I mean, we would have, you know what I'm saying, we had our ladies, but they were inside.
Excuse me. My lady, she ain't going like that. Excuse me.
That's
You
funny
don't
though,
come
because
before
that's
her.
exactly
Your
what the
girl
hell
went
happened.
there,
My
you let her
point was,
butt?
my point was,
I'ma
if
let
I
my
was
girl
just
handle
with the men,
She weren't there. Like, all right, so let me give you more
Yeah,
context.
yeah, paint the picture.
So like, you know, like when you leave out a restaurant, it's a middle part right there and another door.
Like
so
a
like they were
vestibule.
in the door. I mean, like in that middle part. We
Yeah.
was outside, so they ain't see none of this.
All right.
We're getting the
Y'all-
cars.
so y'all
we're
women-
being
y'all
we're
women
doing,
was
we're
inside
doing,
the vestibule,
Listen, we're
and y'all
doing the
was
double
outside.
standards of getting the car.
All right, got you.
So like we're in the valet line, and the ladies, two ladies just showed up. You could tell they going inside. They're valeting their car as well,
Yeah.
but they got to wait in line to get the ticket.
Yeah.
So like they butted in front of us.
To
Well, they
get the
tried.
ticket.
Hold on, they tried to butt in front of us, but one of the men was like, "Oh, hey, excuse me, the line back there." And he was like, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I'd be like, oh, nah, go ahead. He said, I'm married, sweetheart. So, like, what would you guys do?
Nah, you could have let them. I thought y'all was
If my
like
woman
right there
was
with
in
them.
line with
Y'all
me-
could have let them
if my
get their
woman was
tickets
literally
because
in
y'all
line
was
with me-
leaving, right? Or y'all was going in.
It's the same line. But, yeah, we were leaving.
Yeah, y'all could have let them get that, man.
It was 2 people. It was cold as hell outside.
Y'all could have let them get that, man.
Well, he didn't.
If my woman is standing in line with me, we both in line waiting, and these women come to butt in front of us. It's
Nah,
not happening.
they wasn't in line with him. He just told you the women
They
was
weren't
inside
in
the
line
restaurant
with us.
They or the store, whatever.
They
it was.
might have been
They
able
meant
to just
piggy.
butt.
Yeah, they just
They
go
might
and
have
get
been
your
able
ticket
to
and
just
roll
butt,
out.
like,
I ain't
go
tripping.
ahead.
It depends. It kind
Either
of
way,
it kind of
I
depends
ain't
on the
care,
tone
but
of the
like-
situation. Like if I feel like she just sassed us, like she just carried us, I'm like, hey, sweetheart, line right here.
Nah, she just like did just jump in front. Like, she knew it was a line. But she, like,
Thank you. She was like, thank you.
she was going to use her
Shoulda
look.
asked me,
She
young.
was like,
Oh, she look good.
that's neither near there. That's neither near
I
there.
still was like,
She was alright.
She had,
If-
she just jumped in
She
front.
ain't got
like,
shit
it
on
was
my
like-
wife.
It was like facts, but it was like it was like this though.
That was
it was
did this nigga just kiss his neck?
nah.
fuck was that?
They got they go that. Come on, bruh.
Nah,
we
this
just talked about double standards.
I'm just saying, his lips
But,
got
like,
close.
but
How
listen
you know
though.
you on that side.
I'm watching. I got eyes, boy.
boy.
Nah, go ahead,
Anyways, she did do it abruptly and brutally. It was just like
Yeah, I
She
probably-
just walked right
so-
in. She ain't say nothing on
Nah,
that.
she
Then I
just
might have
like-
said something.
she's-
Then I had to say something. Yeah.
and she was like about to be like, yeah, my. He was like, hey, sweetheart, the line back there, young. And it wasn't just us, so it'd have been rude to
They
everybody
was like some
behind
ratchet
us.
jumps. Oh, so it was more people in line.
Yeah. We
you
ain't
ain't
driving
say that
together,
part.
so that's 3 cars, and then plus like 3 more people behind us.
No.
So it's like, I know it's cold out here, sweetheart.
Did they go to the back of the line?
Yeah, they went to the back of the line. You could tell they ain't want to. They mumbling a little something under there, bruh. But I'm just like,
nah. Yeah, now you done explain more.
it was like
I might
that
have
was
said
that was
something to him.
interesting to me. Somebody asked me,
Yeah,
that
all
question,
those
man.
details matter though.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that aspect, I'm with my lady.
It's cool. We try
Long ass line.
we try and get to our next destination. Nah, we gotta go. Come on, get that thing. Come on.
These people didn't even fucking ask. They just
Hey,
walked
in
up.
situations like that, so this is what makes me mad. I hate this. When people do that, they cut in line. But the people that's supposed to be serving you or that's waiting on you,
They supposed
they
to call
know
that
that
shit
you
out.
was right here.
Yeah.
Like they know that they're supposed to be like, hey, excuse me, he was next in line.
Yeah, for sure. That didn't
That's
that
what
happen
pissed
to us
me
at
off.
the airport. We already got our tickets, so we was good. But people was butting in front of people behind us when we was going to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was like,
Yeah.
oh, they butting.
And they was
right?
like,
yeah. They was just going crazy. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, say the color or nothing, but you know what it is.
Oh shit.
But we gonna carry on. Let's carry on.
Let's rock.
Pank.
All right, our best win.
What's the thesis?
All right,
again?
so men are more emotional than women. Heads.
I'm gonna disagree.
I'm gonna disagree right
I know
now.
y'all gonna disagree, and
nigga
I'm
cheated,
good, baby.
jump in
Nah,
and spit.
come on, man.
Go ahead.
Spit it,
Go
yo.
ahead. It's on.
All right, so listen, man.
Deuce.
When it comes to, like, I'm not talking. I'm gonna. Oh,
I
we
believe, I believe that's a double standard. He keep on motherfucking changing the spin.
What you mean?
I ain't changed
Spin
my
that
spin.
motherfucking coin. nigga.
So you think I should
That's
spin
a
that?
double standard.
Game? Y'all niggas is
I
bitches.
disagree.
Go ahead. Deuce did that. Deuce did that gate spin.
Yes.
I disagree.
Still is.
Coin don't lie.
They be lying, but whatever.
You happy? Now, like I was saying, young,
All right.
men are more emotional than women. Now, I'm
Let's hear
not
it.
talking about on a relationship level, right?
Let's hear it.
Because we already understand men don't show emotions to women, or they hold themselves, they build it in, whatever, right? But let's go to the definition
Which we don't agree
of
with.
emotions. It's an instinct act deriving from one's situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, I want to go to the neighborhoods. Most killings happen from an emotion, right?
I disagree.
Nah, I can give you an
Maybe.
example. Most men,
Kill a woman.
no, I'm just saying in general, most men do the killing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you hear about a man killing somebody. So like, which I think is crazy, and I'm gonna give y'all some numbers. Which I think is crazy is in 2020, right? The murder rate went up 30%.
Okay.
So like in 2019, it was only like 16,600.
Some out here?
Yeah, in the United States,
Oh,
the whole year. So
that's because they murdered everybody with COVID.
man, listen, I can't speak on that.
Nah, go ahead.
But like in 2019, it was only like 16,600 murders, right? In 2020, it jumped up to 21,000 and some change. So what I'm saying is, for us as men to say like women are more emotional, I think is crazy, because like we're out here, and I'm guilty of this. If one of my brothers was to die, I'm automatically thinking somebody got to die. Retaliation, which is like it's a norm, but it's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So like
It's not because I'm emotional though. I just feel like it's the right thing to do.
that's emotion.
No, it ain't.
That's it.
All right,
Believing that
so
something is
it's
the
a-
right thing to
it's
do
a
is
type of
emotion.
It's
just
emotion.
not-
All right,
No,
so
no.
just
Emotion is
the
something
emotion
like
you
anger, sadness, happiness, being extremely joyful. Those are
So-
emotions. Like
so what
believing
you
something
call
is
it?
the right thing to do.
After your
That's
brother
not an
gets
emotion.
murdered,
So-
what emotion are you feeling? You're definitely feeling one.
Yeah,
So what are you feeling?
I'm gonna feel sad and angry.
All right, so
But
Feeling
that's
rage.
but
Hold up.
that's not what's leading me
but
to kill somebody.
what about hatred?
What's
Let's
leading me
talk
to,
about hatred,
what's
because
leading
I was
me to kill somebody is because I believe it's the right thing to do.
yeah, it's still an emotion.
all right,
so-
so,
action-
so,
it's
put it
a-
like
what-
this,
what
when
was
the
the
judge
definitions?
when the judge condemns somebody to death, he's not doing it because of emotion.
But that's not my thesis either. So.
Nah, but he's doing it because it's the right thing to do. I'm making the parallel.
Oh nah.
so,
but like,
so
okay,
if a woman,
okay, let's make a parallel.
if a
Hold on,
woman,
Deuce.
if a woman brother die, you think she not gonna cry
no.
from emotion?
But what I'm saying is, if a woman's brothers die, she's not gonna go out and retaliate.
She's gonna be
Nah,
emotional.
because she gonna
though.
get somebody else to do it.
That's true.
Come on, man.
She gonna be
That's true.
crying her
Come on, man.
ass
That's
off.
near. That's near there. That's not
All
my
right,
thesis.
So crying is not an emotion.
What I'm
she's gonna
sticking,
be
what I'm
crying and
sticking with,
sobbing.
what I'm sticking with is murder. You can
this
talk
murder
about
game.
cry.
All right, we can
You
talk
can
about
talk
murder.
about
Let's
shame.
talk about this murder
Let's talk
game.
about emotions all
Lay
you
down the
want.
murder game.
All right, murder, abortion.
I'm talking about hatred.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
What?
What'd he say? I missed it.
He said murder. Abortion.
Go ahead. If you want to dive into that,
they
go ahead.
is-
But ain't
Guilty.
the doctor the one?
They
A
is
doctor usually a
guilty.
male sucking that motherfucker
They
up out of there.
guilty. It's the woman making the decision.
But the doctor
from her emotions.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
Man, this one's about to get filthy.
So go ahead.
Nah,
what
from
about
her
abortion?
Now I'm giving you an example.
Nah.
You said murder, and I just gave.
But what made her choose
nigga.
that?
It could be because.
The man. Go ahead.
What you mean, the man?
The motherfucker don't want to take care of the kid
So
He
why
not
is
gonna
she-
be around.
So why is she emotional?
because the man was emotional and didn't want to take care of the kid.
But she's doing something in her emotion. She's making the decision to murder this baby because of her emotions.
Yeah, but she went to the man. She was like, I'm pregnant. He was like, fuck that. ain't mine.
She might. What if she?
That's
didn't
an
even-
emotion for
What
the
if she
man.
didn't even go to the man? What if she was just like
All right, hold up.
scared?
What
I
is-
don't want to raise this baby. This and that. I don't want to have no baby right now. No.
Well,
Murder.
that was on her. I can't agree with that.
All right, go ahead.
Finish your point. Though. Go ahead.
I
Yeah,
lost
let's get
my
off-
point. That
let's
damn
get off-
abort.
That murder game.
Ah,
Murder game
Jesus
is serious.
Christ. Damn, that was a
I
good
think-
little spin though.
I think.
Goodness gracious.
I
But
think
you
what
was talking
I
about
think
a
what
different
Deuce
type
was
of
doing.
I'm thinking of a
No,
different
I
type
think
of
what-
emotion.
Yeah, but Deuce was just see you talking about two different type of emotion. Deuce
Yeah,
was
he
talking about two different type of
types of
murder.
murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you put the murder game on us.
And he
So
put that
had
murder
to-
game.
All right, what was,
God damn, you a freestyler for real.
what was your thesis?
Came up with that.
What was your thesis?
All right, so I said men are more emotional than women.
You said emotional, but you speaking on emotions. Emotional, arousing or characterized by intense feelings.
All right, so men are more emotion than women.
Nah, you said emotion.
Hold on, are you saying like emotion?
It's the
Driven?
same damn thing. You said what?
Are you saying like emotion driven than women? Or you just saying we go?
I would
through
say
more emotions
women-
than women.
He said emotional.
Women think before they act.
Bullshit.
Men don't. Shit,
Bullshit.
motherfucker. All these motherfuckers
Shit.
I
killing.
disagree with
You
that.
crazy.
I disagree with
Them
that.
niggas,
bullshit.
niggas that be putting hit out, the murder, niggas that be putting hit outs on niggas, they think about that shit.
And they
They don't do it
think
all,
about it.
Yeah, they don't do it all for feeling.
So you think that's?
I don't know. I
that's
can't say that.
What the hell are
There's
you
a lot of
talking
niggas in
about?
jail because they got mad in the instant.
Nah, nigga, pay me 100,000, I'll whack this nigga.
So
I'm
you-
not mad saying nothing. I'm about to get this money.
So you thought about it?
Oh
You
yeah,
thought
I'm
about-
happy. I'm happy.
That's a good thought.
I'm happy. But you said
happy to do it.
emotional.
That's emotion.
You said emotional, intense feeling. Women think strictly off of emotions. All emotions.
I agree with that.
Forgive me.
I'm talking
concur
about
also.
murder.
I agree.
You can keep going to these goddamn
Why you keep
emotional,
on
sad,
talking about
happy.
murder? That wasn't in your thesis.
He was talking about a specific emotion.
That
That's
wasn't in his
specific
thesis.
emotion.
He said men are more
So you
emotional
want me to
than
change my
women
thesis?
in murder, and he ain't say that.
All right, so when
Yeah, he said
when
that.
it comes to United States in death,
He was saying violent murder.
yeah, violence, motherfucker.
Violent
Like
murder.
you keep talking about. I already said like we already understand that in relationships, women are more emotional. I said that in the beginning. We can keep going there though if you want. I'm gonna just keep saying the same thing.
Murder.
And you gonna be wrong.
Bloody
No,
murder.
I'm not gonna be wrong. Yo. When it
Violent
comes to
murder.
violence,
It's not a fair assessment because majority of murders are committed by men. But that's not because I don't believe that's because we're more emotional though.
why is it for?
We're the more dominant species.
So you think because he's dominant, we killing?
Fuck yeah.
Lions kill like a motherfucker.
So you think?
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
we're not fucking lions,
But
yo.
when
I
you
get the.
dominant-
We worse. We're worse than
when
lions.
you're dominant and able to
Yeah, we
kill,
can
you
think,
kill.
nigga. Lions ain't thinking; they just acting.
And then a lot of women aren't killers. A lot of women are just emotional creatures, sensitive.
But he didn't mean it sensitive. He means like just emotion, period.
Yeah.
Emotional.
Yeah.
What's being emotional to you?
I think sadness when I hear emotion. Just like women think weakness when they
So
hear
do you feel like you're
submissive.
more emotional than your woman?
Do I feel like
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go this way since you want to talk about
Do you
relationships.
feel like you're more emotional than your woman?
So if your woman cheats on you, right?
Uh-huh.
Would you take her back?
No.
If you cheated on your woman, what's the 9 times out of 10 she gonna take you back?
She might.
So
she got a better chance to take you back than you got.
That nigga put you in the back. He
Yeah.
said, "What's the 9 times out of 10?"
nigga cheat like shit.
What? She might.
nah, she.
Yeah,
it's a better
of her
chance.
taking you
Better
back than you taking her back.
Yeah. So you are automatically like, fuck no, you gone. But her,
Hey,
even though it still hurts her.
But you see what I'm saying? If I'm saying I'm gone, I'm gone. It ain't no bitch. Why you do this to me? This and that. That's emotion.
Yeah.
Me just cutting her off like I'm done.
It's just something
And she
you
be
just
like,
said. Yeah, I'm not
"Oh,
dealing
why you
with
do
it."
this to me?" But I forgive you. She's more emotional.
So you weren't emotional and now I'm done. I'm done. It is what it is. Clean slate.
No anger, no disappointment.
Everybody shows an emotion.
But
I think we're all
So if it's-
emotional.
yeah, I
I
didn't
think
say
women
what.
are more emotion driven than men, though.
And they're more emotional.
They feel more emotion than a man feels.
If it's a
On a
million,
day-to-day basis, I agree.
if it's a
Because
million
we
men,
choose not to.
and five,
Yeah, yeah.
if
And I
it's a-
said that.
Yeah, you did.
according to his thesis, if it's a million men and 500,000 women on this earth, and everybody has emotions, men are more emotional. Nah, no,
We don't. I
I
just
don't give a fuck if you talk about murders, this and that, whatever.
think women show it more.
Show up.
Oh, they definitely.
Emotions.
They definitely show
So
it.
I
he's
said
saying
that.
men
I already
feel
said that.
emotion,
Yeah.
but we don't
Nah, he
show
said-
it or express
He
it.
said men are more emotional.
Yeah,
he
but he
said-
said
You must have
saying-
zoned out.
Nah, he
You
said we
must
lay
have
that
zoned out.
murder game down.
yeah, that murder
what he
game
said.
thing was crazy.
I lost my topic now.
Women are definitely more emotional than men, and they'll tell you that.
Hey, on a day-to-day basis, I
We
agree.
just hurt differently.
There's only one man that I know that's more emotional than all the women in the world, and that's Brian Dawkins.
What? Why you say that? 'Cause he
Man.
always cry?
Nah, he a different beast.
Here's my hallelujah. I can imagine getting questioned. Somebody saying that.
He definitely did though. He definitely did though.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, women, man. That's what I'm saying. Like you just going to that murder shit.
Yeah,
Women
I
like to
was
express
pushing
themselves a lot, too.
more to the murder shit. But if you want to talk about day-to-day basis, of course they show it more. They acted more.
Yeah, women say
they
things
get
like-
mad at. Yeah, but I was
I
going.
just want to express to you how I feel about this.
Well, I was going with like what
you
murder
feel?
was like. How
The level of intensity of it.
emotion is like a man shows. While I was trying to twist it was like hatred, right?
Hatred, anger.
If a man's up, if not talking about us, I'm talking about an ordinary man from a town. And who I was gonna bring up was the Young Dolph situation, right? We don't know the whole complete story, but like I'm pretty sure that situation is gonna end up with somebody either not liking him, hating him, envying him, and wishing they was him. That's why they killed him.
I disagree.
So why you think that happened?
Because he's a street nigga. He was in the streets.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I definitely, I like literally know absolutely nothing about.
Yeah, I
who
don't,
did what
but-
and why. it could have been something that we have no idea about.
Yeah, that's true.
Nigga could have messed with somebody's woman. It could have.
Yeah,
It could have been something.
There's a lot of what
something
ifs.
small. We don't know.
But that's still an emotion.
It definitely is.
Okay. That's
So
all,
what I
yeah.
would agree with. So women are definitely more emotional than men. But what I would agree with is like a woman's level 10 emotion can't compare to a man's level 10 emotion. So that's what I would say. Like we are more intensified. If a man reaches a level 10 in his emotion, things could get a little bit more intense than it will if a woman had reached her level 10. And it's only because we just carry a more dominant trait. That's why we lay that murder game down all the time. I mean, men. Not us. Not we. I mean, men.
I ain't laying no murder game down.
I ain't laying no murder game down either.
I'm a civilian.
Yeah. Law-abiding citizen over here.
That's it though.
What you laughing
What
at?
y'all got?
I was about to say somebody gonna say it.
Oh. Nah, we good. We can wrap this up, man. We can wrap this up.
Making good time.
All right, so
Like, share,
I know
comment,
what to do.
follow.
For sure. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
And
man.
It
what
was
the
that
young
free
lady's
love.
name again?
Ebony,
who sent
thank
it
you
in?
for sending the
Thank you,
the clip.
Ebony.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
sure.
what we want. We want you to interact with us. We want you to challenge us.
Thank you for
We
listening
want-
and following directions.
We want that woman's point of view. We thank you so much for that.
Beautiful.
Send a video clip. If you want to be on, send a video clip.
And so we know people may agree, disagree with us, and that's fine.
That's
You know,
what we want.
That's what we want to do. We just want to encourage. We want to put out different perspectives, you know. So that we can
Conversation,
encourage growth.
understanding.
Yeah, different perspectives for everybody to consider because everybody look at things differently, and it's not just whether you agree or disagree with a thesis. Like just like for instance, Deuce thesis when he said men should date with intentions and not expectations.
Yeah.
Like what he meant by intentions and expectations was something completely different than what I meant by it. That's why I
Yeah.
was able to
It's all opinionated.
disagree with it, and he was like, "Nigga, fuck you."
Yeah.
But
Yeah, all
nah,
this
but that's what it's
respectfully.
for. It's to promote growth, you know, and to encourage culture, man. We want to promote
Yeah.
the culture. We want to encourage growth in people. And so, you know, in order to grow, I got this written down on here. I'm going to start saying it. In order to grow, we have to be able to consider perspectives that aren't our own. Arguments are necessary and debates are healthy. We don't always have to agree to get along.
Yeah.
And so we are the hate debaters, and that's
Listen.
second men's tens.
I could be wrong. Just tell me I'm wrong and tell me why. I ain't gonna take no.
Yeah,
I
make
could
it
take
make
some
sense.
punches. Yeah, it ain't
Make
no,
it make sense.
I know I'm not always right. And I'm not gonna say I'm always right. Most of the time I am always right. But don't
I
worry.
am.
Yeah.
But we want to
That's
catch
near
y'all,
here
man.
there.
Yeah, we out.
We appreciate you.
Share, hate, and debate it.
Love y'all.
Deuces.